activate the recording. Deedle doot. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It's a little bit of a different table cam stream this week. We actually have Razz. Razz exists.
Hello.
Slightly off camera, a little
Slightly
bit.
off camera.
I might keep doing the table cam with the table chunk. This is actually a really nice angle.
I was gonna
Like,
say
I can
that works very well.
Get right up in here and everything. I might keep this.
Glad I suggested it.
I am glad you adjusted it too.
Now they
Big
also
brain
have to
idea.
see the work setup.
Oh yeah, it's
TM.
true. Like you can kind of sort of see the work setup with the other way I had table cam going. You can also see the sewing machine in the top right corner of the shot.
Oh.
That will come up later, maybe. Anyway, we're gonna play Hanafuda.
Maybe.
It's
Do we want
possible.
to? Oh, is there a way to put a little score lad up there?
Maybe. I could like add text on the screen.
So we have a document.
Yeah.
On Glacier's phone. That is
text.
That is very long from all of the Hanafuda games I should specify. This is technically the game Koi Koi, and we are using Hanafuda cards. But we just call it Hanafuda because it's the only game with Hanafuda cards.
There
that
are
we
technically other games that you can play with Hanafuda, but we don't know any of them.
We should learn some though.
That'd
be fun.
That does sound like a good idea. Okay, where did I leave that note? Because I want our current scores.
From our current, or should we just start a new one? Should we just start a new section? No, okay.
No, but I'm gonna bring.
So currently, numbers. I believe from all of the Hanafuda games we have played, Glacier is keeping an incredibly long note. In my handwriting, even. In his. So I am at 121. What am I at? 130. You're at 130. Yes. I'm winning. Total overall scores, I guess. Yeah, and we'll update that as rounds go by. We'll just leave that right about, let's say, here. That's a good spot for it. Right over by the sewing machine. Yeah. That works. Nobody looks at the sewing machine. No, I'm kidding. Actually, yeah, let's put it over this box so nobody looks at this box. Oh, but you can't read the letters. Yeah, we'll just leave it up in the corner. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. I was gonna say we can always, like... Yeah, that's fair. I'm not super pressed about the box. They can't see the shipping label, I don't think. No, but it is brand. It is brand. Actually, I think you might have uncovered the shipping label a little bit. I don't know if it's in shot, but there we go. That's fine. Did we shuffle these before we put them away? I don't know. I presume so. See, this is the thing that drives me nuts about Hanafuda, is, like, the shuffling of the cards is such a process. Like, you have to sit here and, like, around instead of actually shuffling them like actual playing cards, and it drives me bonkers. We were talking about this the other day, because we presume that there's got to be some sort of like shuffling mechanism that people use, just like how people buy mahjong tables. That, or like there's got to be a way to shuffle the cards themselves. I was gonna say, with all the talk we've done about this, we sure haven't looked it up. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I tried looking up like tarot style shuffling, but they're not tile cards. Yeah, they're still like paper cards. Yeah, but like people were suggesting, oh yeah, just do a tarot style shuffle, smile, when I was looking it up. Like, so, I guess you like could kind of like do like the stack shuffle. Yeah, like... you could just kind of do something a little bit like this. You know, you take random pieces and shove them to the top and the bottom. But like, you know, honestly, if someone in chat knows a good way to shuffle Hanafuda cards, please inform us. I would love to know. We would both very much like to know. So, let's begin here.
1.
Oh, are we just gonna flip a coin for who starts? Or are we gonna pick them up?
Oh yeah, that's right. We should pick for who's up first. Oh, plum blossoms are before.
I think so. Hold on. Actually, I have to check.
I was gonna say you have a way to double check. If not, I think my Switch is plugged in. But yeah, Hanafuda. Mine's up there.
Okay.
If you would like to grab it. Mind where your feet are on camera. You know how people on the internet be.
Yes. Thankfully, I don't think people can see my feet.
Provided you are careful. No free feet in this house.
Not that type of stream, folks.
It's true. It's like, hey, do you want to exercise? I'm like,
no. I very much don't want to.
I stopped streaming exercise for a reason. I was gonna say, actually, that's not so bad. Like, the way you have it held up, well, I say, and then you tilt it immediately to become a giant glare. Is Altier still live, actually? I was gonna say, yeah, open up Hanafuda while I check this.
We're just consulting the rule,
we're consulting what taught us the rules, basically. Who's live right now? If Altier is still live. Oh, no, he's done for the... No, yeah, he is still reading. How long have you been live, my man? Wish I could tell without opening his stream. I was gonna say, there's gotta be a way to see the suits. Those are the sets. Okay,
No, I think you have to...
You have to start to show the cheat sheet to show what suits are when, huh?
So essentially this is what we're playing.
Yeah. This is like the Hanafuda that everybody knows. Are we cleaning, Magnus? Alright, I think it's L. Nope, that's the start button.
Yes. So yes, Plum Blossom.
Plum Blossoms are ahead of the...
Although I got a very fitting card considering
I was gonna say...
It is October and I pulled the leaves. Anywho, get those back in the deck somewhere.
Plum Blossoms means I'm up first. Actually, how would we feel about a little music? It would be, like, royalty-free music. Ooh, or how would you feel about, I've got some public domain radio dramas.
No.
Sometime I will get you to listen to one of them. They're actually really good.
He's constantly trying to get me to listen to them.
They're good, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to start playing computer-based games with them on in the background. Other than that, there's the hurdy-gurdy.
Oh, God, please don't.
There's some high school bands.
No. No, no, no.
Yes.
No. I don't wanna.
Okay. We're at 5, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we need 8 on the boards, I think.
10 on the
10 on the board, yeah.
Right? And then 5 in the hand?
7 in hand.
Actually, yeah, we can check. What's the opening hand there? 2, 4, 6, 8.
So we were playing one card short last time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We need one more each.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
So, unfortunately, for all of you, you will be able to see neither of our hands. Well, you might be able to see.
You might be able to see my hand.
But that means I will have to try very hard not to look up at OBS.
Yeah, thank you. I would thank you to not look at OBS. Yeah, we don't have a camera set for... Yeah, you will not be able to see Razz's hand unless she leans way forward.
Which then, if I lean forward far
then
enough,
I can see it is the problem.
Yes, that is the problem.
Okay, so we have on the board a chrysanthemum seed, the December, like the Ace of Spades, but for Hanafuda. The Pines seed.
That's the willow seed.
Or yeah, the willows. Why did I think? No, Pines is a different suit with another thing. The grass is September, right? September seed. August seed.
September is the chrysanthemums. That's July.
July chaff.
February.
February poetry slip. The October poetry slip. I think these are December, right? Or
yes.
Iris is December. December seed. September poetry slip. September's chrysanthemum. And then the cherry blossom poetry slip.
Which is March, for reference.
It's true. Although I've always felt like March is a little... Well, actually...
March is cherry blossom season.
I was going to say, because I'm always like, oh man, isn't it early for cherry blossoms? But I'm always thinking of when cherries are ripe.
No.
Cherry blossoms
are when the trees come.
Before that. So, I am...
You are going first, yes.
True. Calculating. Ruminating, even.
Also, I would suggest you put yours here, and mine are going to go here, so people can see.
Yes.
Oh, hi, library.
You know what? I'm just going to lead with this. I take the sake cup.
Oh, screw you.
And then I flip.
That's okay to say, right? Screw you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm marked like PG-13.
Okay.
Calculating. This is this,
yes.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's like the weird one out of that set.
I always forget.
All right.
That brings up Razz.
It brings me up to bat.
Take your little cherry blood. That's why you were bent out of shape about it.
Yes, that is exactly why I was bent out of shape about it. Because you were very rude.
I know. So mean, so rude. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Take the... it's the ones they use for tea. The butterflies is what I'm taking there.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to notate in case someone cannot see. Oh, hey, we take those.
I'm about to ruin your night.
Oh, you have the board. You have the board, don't you?
I do.
Meh.
You're welcome.
I'm still coming in pretty hot on them seeds, though.
Very true. All right.
Okay. Calculating. I will take the 5th seed. And now I have to decide if I'm going to koi koi. I took the grass seed, by the way. So, I have this, but that's not exactly actionable. But also...
I'm very far away from getting just about anything.
It's true. I will koi koi.
Alright.
I didn't flip, so...
Cool. So with that, I'm gonna take the Plum Blossom poetry slip. And then
using a chaff, by the way.
And then, actually, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, the irises don't match anything on the board.
No, they do not.
I will take I will take the pine poetry slip, or I will use the pine poetry slip to take that.
Pine chaff. All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wisteria on the board, and so we move on to Razz's turn.
All right. I'm going to take a chrysanthemum chaff and take the blue poetry slip of the same suit. And then I'm going to put down the Willow's poetry slip, red poetry slip card.
I really only have one play here. So I will take the iris seeds. Which
iris chaff.
Yeah, or iris chaff. But, fun fact, irises do not grow from seed, they grow from little bulbs. Ooh, oh, well, I can't act on that, but the pine light has entered the board.
It's true, it has. I am going to take my willow light and take the willow poetry slip card. And I'm going to turn over and place down the bush clover.
Bush clover, yeah.
Chaff.
2, 4, 6, 7. That's in the hand. Yeah, I'm gonna, calculating. Yeah, I'll play the bush clover poetry slip. And flip the, is the yellow one a seed or is it a chaff?
It's a chaff still.
These are the December seeds.
It doesn't have a seed.
There's December chaff. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's chaff.
And you won the hand.
So that's 5, 6 times 2 is 12.
Alright, and this was my remaining
Of course you had the sun.
It's the moon.
Oh, the moon. So...
Hello. Hello, Beans.
Excuse me, sir. Are you permitted to be digging?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Let's see. 21 plus 12 is a really good rush album.
33.
It's also 33.
And let's see what my top hand would have been.
Yeah, what would you top deck? The
I would have
December light, so you would have had
that wouldn't no.
The willow. Yeah, the willow would have made it 4 lights with rain, so you would have had to play another
I would have had to get another moon card, which how many down the deck would that have been? A fair deal, apparently.
Good deal, apparently. Yeah, and by that time I would have been able to play several of those into other wins for me. So.
And then we flip them back
Flip
over.
them all over. But yeah, if someone, especially if someone after the stream, if you're like watching the VOD, which by the way, the VODs exist on YouTube. Let me just shout that out while we're shuffling here.
And also, because Glacier won that round, he will, again, go first.
Yeah, I'll take priority in play. I'm going to use my phone to address chat.
Yeah, go ahead. That's probably easier.
But if you are watching this on the YouTube VOD, come join the Discord if you have any suggestions on how to, shuffle these cards, because they're itty-bitty and they're small and they're very
They're little
stiff.
tiles. They're,
Yeah,
they're this big.
They're about yay big.
They're pretty tiny. And I've got fairly small hands, so that's for reference.
In comparison to, y'all know roughly what size my hand is from how much I've been fussing with a sewing needle on stream lately. Well, an embroidery needle, I suppose. But yeah, if you have a good way to shuffle these tiles, let us know in the Discord. If you can't in the live chat. Yeah. I don't know, I've been debating how much work it would be to make a card shuffler that works with these. Because, ostensibly, right, the card shuffler machine that you see, people use for their, I don't know. I want to say canasta nights, but that's not a lot of people who play canasta that way. Most people play bridge or euchre or rummy. So it's like, if you think about it, it's like people use those card shufflers for, we're playing a lot of cards, we don't want to sit here and wait for everyone to shuffle their cards. It's just 2 little electric motors with little grippy wheels on them, and they run in opposite directions, shoving the cards into each other. So
as you can see, I take cards out of
Both
deck,
the top and the bottom.
top and the bottom, because oftentimes the mode of shuffling that we do is not always the best.
The greatest.
So I find that taking from the top and the bottom
increases the randomness.
Indeed.
3, 6, 7.
Alright, and that's 8.
2 more for the board.
And then 1, and 2.
Well, we need to flip those over anyhow.
It's true.
We have the iris seed on the board. We're going from the bottom right to the left. Iris seed, willow poetry slip, the pine chaff, the red clover chaff, the September, the moon, the September light, the wisteria poetry slip, the willow light, an iris poetry slip, the September seed, and the plum blossom poetry slip.
All right.
So I have play priority here.
It's true. You do.
Observe my cards real quick. Thank you for showing the chat your cards. That was actually really nice while I was looking down. That's actually not a bad idea to like flash that to camera every now and again. That might actually be a better play to like let everyone have an occasional look at our cards. Okay, I am...
As you can see, guys, these cards are a little hard to hold.
Yeah, they're a little teeny tiny small, you know?
Not seen on camera is Library very thoroughly, finally, cleaning his little beans.
He does not clean his beans often enough. I take the willow seed with the willow poetry slip with the willow seed. Top deck a card. It is a chrysanthemum chaff.
Cool, which means it is my turn now.
Yep.
Let me just consult what I have very quickly.
Yeah, Magnus.
He's chilling.
He's just hanging out. He's a little guy.
He is a little guy. I am gonna pull the same play that you pulled on me.
No.
And take the sake cup.
The moon's on the board. No. The sake cup with a chrysanthemum chaff.
Seed.
No.
Oh,
chaff.
yes. Sorry. Yes.
Sake cup's the seed.
Alright, and then I need to turn one over. And that is going to be the... I always forget what these are called.
Chrysanthemum?
No, the peonies.
Peonies.
What you've done to my
peonies.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a B word when I see one.
I was gonna say, we get one, we should save it. Isn't that how it goes? You get like one severe swear per PG-13 movie?
Yes. That is the case.
I don't...
Granted, guys, I don't know if Glacier's ever told you, I swear like a sailor.
That's
so
true.
This is a little difficult for me not to swear.
Especially Hanafuda, it's a very aggressive and energy game, kind of like Canasta. By the way, Plum Blossom poetry slip with a chaff. Top deck, the Cherry Blossom light.
Oh, okay.
So 2 lights on the board.
3 lights on the board, actually, considering the willow.
Oh yeah,
the
willow. I forget the willow's a light because it like
That's
causes
how you
4
get
lights
with rain.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let us see what I can do.
Depending on Razz's cards here, she may have a commanding lead available.
Oh, dang, what can I do, actually?
I'm getting the same thing. I'm really drawing Brit here.
Alright, I'm going to take the iris seed with an iris chaff. And then I'm gonna...
It's so cute.
I have this...
Wisteria.
I have a little wisteria. And I'm gonna take the poetry slip with the chaff.
Okay, my play. Calculating, ruminating even. I don't super have a lot to play, so I will just play this onto the board. December chaff, and then top deck the boar, the red clover's seed. And
Bush
so,
clover, I believe is what it's technically called. But
one of those. You are probably more likely to be correct.
I say as the person literally looking at the rules as we speak.
That is why you're more likely to be right.
I am going to take the what's it called? The December chaff with the December light.
Oh. Is the December light supposed to be a dragon or a phoenix? I've never put two and two together. I know it's got big old wings.
I think it's meant to be a phoenix.
Mmm.
I don't know though. We'll have to look that up afterward.
That is a good question.
Let us pull what's next.
What
and
if we
it does not
top-decked
match.
Red clover.
It is the bush clover poetry slip. I'm
probably gonna accidentally keep calling it red clover.
Oh, it's red.
My brain is like, oh, red clover, smile. I will play the other bush clover chaff to get the poetry slip, and then top deck for the cherry blossom poetry slip to get the light.
Alrighty, and then what can I play? I am going to lay down some plum blossoms here. And then top deck, I'm going to take the iris poetry slip card with the iris chaff.
There's a joke about a comic book character named Iris Chaff in there somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna play Chrysanthemum Chaff because I don't have any plays in hand, and then top deck the Pine Light, picking up a pine chaff in the process.
Right. I then am going to lay down a Steria chaff. And then I got an iris chaff, and I'm going to lay that down too since it doesn't match.
I really love the design of the wisteria chaff in particular. I don't know. I just like the design of the wisteria. They're very, like, you can really tell it's supposed to be like a trailing plant. Anyway, I'm going to pick up the chrysanthemum poetry slip with the chrysanthemum chaff, and that's... Now I get to decide if I koi. Oh, but... See, and now, strategically, I have to think, because Razz has the sake cup, so she is one pull away from winning constantly, despite the fact that I have two lights on board. Sorry, I just cracked my back
there, chat, and Library looks very concerned.
He's like,
He's giving me some bombastic side-eye right now.
I'm gonna sit on my points. That's 2 points, right? Or is poetry slips 1 point?
Let us consult the rules.
Consult the rules.
Poetry slips? Standard poetry slips?
Yes.
Mixed bag is going to be a point.
Singular point.
Singular point for the stingy man.
It's true.
This was the rest of my hand.
What would I have top decked if I had played in? The willow seed.
So you would have gotten...
I would have had to take the willow light. And so then I would have had to play to get another light.
Yes, you would have had... Actually, you wouldn't... The only other light that you could have gotten was the moon.
Ooh.
Excuse me. And if I had put one down and then top decked, I would have had to place that.
And then I would have played another card down. Oh, no! So, I unknowingly have sacrificed 5 points, but we take those. have... It's not on this screen, but I do have a way to show people, like, a YouTube video on screen. So if anyone knows how to shuffle, if anyone knows a good tutorial on shuffling Hanafuda cards, it would be...
I will let you shuffle this time.
behoove us for you to send it. Or then we can all watch it together and learn. Deedly-dee. Oh, excuse you. I have internet. Don't be that way. Don't say anything important. The internet exploded.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll give it a minute. It'll be back in a few. Come on. You and I both know I have internet. Connect to the car.
My brain's like, I heard you were giving pets.
Excuse me, I would like some pets, please.
Yeah, you want to come up for pets, baby?
Yeah.
That's where we have a moment, I suppose. That's where we have a moment, I suppose. Yeah. No. Hi, Beeper.
Would never pay baby boy any attention.
No,
Did you know?
no, never.
Oh my god.
Ooh, those are some very pointy steppies. Come on.
He's like, I'm feeling very pointy. Don't worry about it.
Come here, Beeper.
Come on. Oh, someone's Wi-Fi is now. If only I could afford to live.
Me too.
Knowing what I pay for rent here, I don't blame them. Oh, someone else's Wi-Fi is Duchess Gummy Buns, which is pretty good.
Fantastic. Hey, baby. You wanna? There we go.
Several people just... Peppy Duchess. Several duchesses. FBI COVID surveillance.
I saw that one the other day.
That's a pretty good one. I'm a big sucker for the FBI surveillance van joke when it comes to Wi-Fi.
I think one of my favorite Wi-Fi names I've ever seen was someone labeling their Wi-Fi as "pretty fly for a Wi-Fi."
Oh man, somebody did one of those back in Iowa too. It's a good one.
Sit down, library. Let me give you loves.
Okay, the internet has reconnected, so we'll see if we come back in about 10 seconds.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We are connected.
There we go.
Reconnection successful. Hello.
Told you we exist.
Welcome everyone back. Sorry about that. Gotta love
Internet,
the technical difficulties, which
true.
potentially might not be so shoddy soon.
It's true. No spoilers, but the technical difficulties might abate themselves in
about
bit.
a month.
We'll see.
Potentially.
One does hope in about a month.
Hey, baby.
1, 1, 1, 2. Oh, I didn't see that one. Definitely not. 3.
I wish you guys could see. I have a little library on my lap.
4.
Although that's not an uncommon sight.
It's true.
Oh, you can
Chat
kind of
is
see his
very-
little tail.
6.
Where else did you shout about stream?
A couple Discords. Mostly
Pet between your little shoulder
other
blades.
people. Mostly other streamers I hang out in chats of.
How'd you get a notch in your ear, Papa?
Oh, the little like divots at the bottom of the ears.
Yeah.
I think both of them have that actually. Okay, on the board is Chrysanthemum Chaff from top left to bottom right this time. Chrysanthemum Chaff, December Chaff, Bush Clover Chaff, Pines Light, Wisteria Poetry Slip, Peony Chaff, Iris Seed, September Moon, the Light, Plum Blossom Chaff, and Cherry Blossom Chaff. Very interesting cards on the table. But we'll see if we can parlay them into anything interesting, as I am up first.
I am trying to reorganize my cards.
Same. Context chat, this is what I have.
I do not see. I have no eyes.
I have no eyes, and I must see. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Alright, sorry, I'm just reorganizing still, chat.
You gotta fuss with them, it's fine.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and I'm gonna ask you to look away for a second, so
I see no things. I do not see it.
So I can show chat what I have. I've got some pretty good things going on, potentially.
Okay.
If Michael's not mean.
Mightn't I go?
Yes, he might go.
Okay, I'm going to take the September Light with the September Seed immediately, and let's see what I top deck. The Plum Blossom Seed, which we haven't seen the little nightingale.
We have not seen it yet. That's true.
That's very exciting.
Alright, and now it's my turn. I am going to take the Cherry Blossom February chaff with its light.
Now the race is on. Who can see the socket cup?
And then I have the Willow light here that I just pulled off the top, which does not have a match on the board at the moment. So I will place it onto the table. It goes indeed. All right.
What do we see? What do we see? I see several things.
The glare on the table is a little awkward.
That's not the best. I wonder if... One moment. Let me adjust the lighting a smidgen. If I were to do this, would that fill light remove? Yes!
Yes, that does fill light rather nicely.
That's really nice, actually. It kind of washes me out, but the table's what matters at the moment.
For reference, guys.
Yeah. Okay, what was I gonna do? I had a thing in my brain, and then my brain brained. You know how it is? I'm gonna play an Iris Chaff to get an Iris Seed. And then I'm going to top deck and get the other September Seed, or September Chaff. Oh, there's gunk on that one.
Anywho, guys. I'm currently deciding if I'd like to be
so mean, so rude, or if you wish to be nice.
I think for the moment I will be nice, potentially. And I am going to take the Plum Blossom Chaff with the Plum Blossom Poetry Slip.
Library's behind you looking around like, where are my pets?
Hi, baby. My hands are a little busy right now.
Oh, I don't know about all that. You wanna come over here say hi? You wanna come over here to say hi to the internet, bud?
Yeah. Go sit on Papa.
Yeah.
Go say hi to the internet.
There we go. He's like, oh, look at these.
Library's like, I think you should play this one.
Play this one.
Oh, and then I have not top decked yet, so let us see what I get. I have gotten the butterflies. So I will take the chaff that is associated of the same suit and place down the butterflies.
Nobody never loved baby boy, do they? Nobody ever pay him any attention.
Not like I haven't been petting you all night. Alright, and now it is Glacier's turn.
I just realized, I think my captions can do speaker identification. Is that a thing I can change on the fly?
I don't know.
Closed captions. Settings for said closed captions. Caption sources heard on stream. Profanity filter off, just in case.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. Oh, this actually lets you produce an open captions deedle. Like an open captions source to have on screen now, which is nice if you're not on Twitch.
Very good.
Kind of handy. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, this should. There used to be a way to enable speaker. Oh, it did. I must have bonked something. There used to be a way to enable speaker identification. Oh, big yawn.
And now aggressive cleaning from Magnus
of
down here.
course.
You cannot see him, but he is.
But he is cleaning away. I think I will do this. Take 2 December chaff.
I see. All right.
And then top deck plum blossoms and take the nightingale.
All right. That leaves me with the next card to pull.
I was really hoping the speaker identification would work, because then
that would
we
be
could
handy.
cross-talk a little bit, and
Yeah.
it would be able to identify, oh, this person's speaking, this person's speaking.
Say, Lovey.
Such is fate.
Anywho. Do a couple things at the moment. Which one of them I do may surprise you. May not. I may be. Ooh.
Is that a little dark?
That's a little dark.
Yeah.
There we go. Or perhaps, who knows? I wish there was someone to tell us.
Yeah, such is fate.
Such is fate. Anywho.
My balance is fine.
I am going...
Ooh, I could actually do this. Just a smidgen. Anyway. I'm fussing with the camera. Go ahead.
Yes, you are. I am going to take the chrysanthemum sake cup with the chrysanthemum chaff.
Not like this.
And I am calling cherry blossom viewing. And now I decide if I click away. You are 2 away from seeds. But you are 6 away from chaff.
I was going to say, there's also been a lot of seeds on the board previously.
This is true. I think for the moment, I'm going to take the gamble in Koi Koi. So I will take what's from the top deck. And we have no irises. So I place it on the board.
That's December, not irises.
Oh, December, yes. That's...
I get them mixed up too, don't worry.
Sorry, that was on me, chat.
What do I have? Wait a minute, this one isn't the red clover, this one's the wisteria.
It's true.
I will take the wisteria seed and play it onto the board to pick up the wisteria poetry slip.
Alright, and just to let you guys know, if you can't tell, there's currently 3 lights on the board.
It's true. Just top decked another wisteria. The card said we need to have our purple.
And now that it's my turn, I am going to take my December chaff and take the December light. And I am going to top deck now. And it is the cherry blossom poetry slip. And now it's Glacier's turn.
So once again, if it's unclear what's on the board, top left to bottom right here, we have the clover seed, the pine light, the wisteria, or chaff rather. The clover chaff, the pine light, the wisteria chaff, the cherry blossom poetry slip, the grass hill chaff, and the willow light. And unfortunately, if you've been keeping track of my cards in your head back there, I only have this chaff play to make.
Little scritchies from Magnus in the back.
And we play the boar onto the board.
You play the boar onto the board.
Ooh, we're dropping frames.
Uh-oh. That's not great.
No, it's not.
Oh, not too bad, actually.
That's the feed from the camera. We actually can't see what's on screen.
Gotcha. Ooh, so I actually... Chat while Glacier's distracted. I have a couple plays that I could make.
I was like, wait a minute. I almost looked over. That was gonna be rough.
I will wait.
We were reconnected for a second there, and then it dropped at the bottom, dropped out again. Usually I don't get
this much struggle with your car.
No, not with my car. Usually I get this out of the park internet. Do you have hotspot?
I do have a hotspot technically. It drains my battery pretty fast, but I'm wondering if my phone is connected to your car. It is. Let me turn off.
Yeah, that might.
Let me turn off the Wi-Fi from my phone.
I just turned off the Wi-Fi on my phone, so we'll see. I assume we've gotten... Oh, Razz has gotten a picture of a very good live photo of her roommate's cat. Oh, are we cleaning, Kiki? Oh, just okay.
Kiki was probably cleaning beforehand.
Fair. Come on. Internet, please. We honestly might have to call it if the internet keeps us up.
We shall see, we shall see. If you'd like, we can attempt to do my hotspot.
Let's see once if me reconnecting to the internet fixes things here real quick. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Apparently I just have to cycle my connection. Must be a caching thing. Anyway,
Probably. And I grab library by his little head and go.
He's like, don't give me the word.
Alright, chat, now that we're back. Sorry about the inconvenience again.
Agonies various. The joys of living in an RV park.
So, I hope you guys caught it, but I do have a couple of plays that I can make here, which are very interesting. I'm not going to show you again.
Oh, God.
So, what can I do, you may ask? Trying to believe in the heart of cards here. And I think...
Our captions... Are we talking too quietly or the captions busted?
I think you may need to reset the caption. Because we're not... I mean, I can raise my voice, which is going to be a pain for you to balance.
No. It's probably fine.
Alright.
Why are you the way that you are, huh?
Just out of the sheer factor of what Glacier is close to, I'm going to take the Cloverbush poetry slip card, and I'm going to take the Boar Seed, and now I'm going to grab from the top deck, which is the Pines Chaff. So I'm going to take the lights. Pines Chaff and the Pines Light. And now that is 3 lights, and that officially was my hand.
Yeah.
And this is what I had remaining. So that, a wonderful chat. That is
20
that's
points.
That's 20 points for me.
For Cherry Blossom viewing. So, Razz taking the commanding lead on the big successful gamble here.
Library's waiting very patiently for pets over here.
Jeez. Or wait, no, it's 40 points because you koi-koi'd.
No, it's 10. So it would be 10 points altogether. Because according to this, Cherry Blossom is 5 points. It's only 10 points if you koi-koi, and that's the only thing you get. So I am getting 20
so
points.
It's 5 and 5 is 10 is 20. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I could have duped him and gotten 40 points, but I'm being honest, folks.
I've never heard somebody say it duped with a U.
What, it's a jip?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I kind of prefer it with a U. Honestly, it flows a little better.
I can ruffle them together this time.
So Razz, as the point getter here, will have dealership and first play. I genuinely am tempted to just try and make a little
spotted here in the corner, potentially. Oh, we have now introduced Magnus in the Pines card. But Magnus
potentially on screen.
But Magnus, I think, is under the table. He is over here.
Oh, he's slightly on camera.
He's thinking about getting water. Now he is not so sure. He's a little camera shy, folks.
It's true. As little as he shows up, we still love him a whole bunch, don't we?
He's just a little guy.
He is just a little guy.
Despite how stinky he makes a box.
I love the little Magnus emote you've drawn. It's so good.
Alrighty. I think that'll start out.
Glass there. Oh, you want to hassle Carrot? Okay, go ahead. Oh. It's a nice little Tuesday night stream. I've always really enjoyed my lighter Tuesday night streams. Don't get me wrong, I love paper cuts. There's a reason I do it. But it's also really nice to just kind of sit back and do something that's more akin to, you know, what Twitch is designed for instead of me reading aloud. You know, it's nice to play a game.
How many cards have you got? I think you've got 7.
4, 6, 7.
Alright, so that's one more for each of us. So that's 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. And then
2 more for the center.
2 more for the center. Here's our deck.
So for context, if you've never played this game, essentially what we're doing is in the same kind of sense as euchre or canasta or to some degree solitaire, we are trying to match suit by suit here. It's just that 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Oh, one more.
It's just that the suits are based on the flowers that are visible.
Flowers or foliage.
That's true. I guess some of these
for
are
each
foliage. And each month there are 4 cards. 2 chaff, 1 seed, or it's either 2 chaff, 1 seed, 1 light, or 1 chaff, 1 seed, 1 poetry slip, 1 light, depending on the suit in question.
Alrighty. Alright.
You have the field.
I do. I do.
Have water?
Yes, you do. Behind mine.
Time for
Speaking of water,
Speaking of water, by the way.
This is a gallon. My normal water bottle is half a gallon.
Definitely did not just spill water on myself. No way. Nuh-uh.
You
I'm
don't spill
offended
water
you
on
say
yourself?
so.
Mm-hmm.
Better on myself.
Hourly reminder, take a hydration break, folks.
It's true.
Drink your water.
Important.
I'm about a third of this way through this bottle, and I filled it up almost 12 hours ago.
That's what you get for having an entire
Or
gallon
actually,
of water.
sorry, not almost 12 hours ago. I forgot that this one's computer is still on Central Time. So I filled it 8 hours ago.
That's
and
still
I'm about a
pretty
third of the way through it.
Yeah, for context, Lapier, where we are streaming here, is on Central Time for reasons, TM.
It's because Glacier's job sucks.
Oh my gosh, my job. While Razz is considering her play choices here, I will complain a little bit. I know, I shouldn't complain about my job on camera, but I'm gonna. So, my job is on East Coast time, right? And, you know, that's usually pretty reasonable if you're on East Coast or Central Time, but I'm all the way over here in Pacific Time, and they have a morning meeting at 9:30, and you go, oh, 9:30 is not so bad, and then you do the math and find that 9:30 Eastern is 6:30 Pacific, and I have asked, hey, could we maybe scooch the meeting a little farther in the day or something? I'm really dying over here, and because one of the members of the team is a real morning person, the answer is no.
Also, for reference, chat, now that Michael's found a pausing point, I had a December chaff in my hand, and I took the December chaff from the table, and then I took from the top deck, which was a cherry blossom chaff, and I put it on the cherry blossom chaff that was on the table. So now it is Glacier's turn.
It's true. 'Tis I, the Frenchiest fry.
I do love that on dark mode for the chat, all that shows up with the Magnus one is his
little eyes. It's so good. And like if you're not on mobile, you will also see his little bread loaf. But because the chat on the stream machine here is far enough away as to be on mobile, all we can see is Magnus's little eyes. It's fantastic.
Come here, library. There he is.
Razz, by the way, if we have not elucidated this, Razz is the one who has drawn the non-PNG emotes.
It's true.
Do you have commissions open right now?
I always have commissions open.
Noted. So if you would like to hassle Razz for some commissions, come join the Discord, honestly.
Hey, baby.
Okay, so I took the Irish
You can see a little tiny Magnus in front of the water bowl at the moment.
Him sipping. Oh, no, him
and now,
not sipping, him picking.
Be a little picky pocus on the little scratch pad like a good little lad.
I took the iris seed with the iris chaff. Hi, bud. You want to come over here?
You want to come over to Papa?
And then I top deck Wisteria and can't do anything with it, so that brings it back over to Razz.
Alright, cool.
And we sniffing, Magnus? We snorfing?
Old bag.
Yeah, don't know what to let you play with the paper bag.
There is trash in that bag.
It is trash in that bag. Hey, bud, let's wait.
Here, hold on.
Let's wait a minute, shall we?
Let's take just a second, Beeper.
Poor
Oh,
baby.
there's not that much trash in this
No,
bag.
actually, it's just another smaller paper bag. Here we go, bud.
There you go.
Oh, yes, we are very excited about the paper bag.
There we go.
It's not on camera, but I assure you, Magnus is thoroughly enthused about this paper bag. Magnus is a real burrower, and so he absolutely loves his little paper bags.
He does. So I don't have anything in my hand that'll currently match what is on the board. Oh, actually, I'm a liar. Don't believe a word I say. I actually have another December chaff here. And then I have the December, and then I just grabbed the December light. I am going to take from the top deck, which is the Pines chaff, so I will be taking the Pines light.
For context, when you top deck at the end of your turn, if it can match, you have to take it.
You can't just put it into your hand. Alright. Let's scooch those over.
That
and
brings
now
up me.
It's true. Actually, let me...
Yeah, I was going to maybe put that somewhere a little more stable, if not on camera. I'm going to play the Nightingale and pick up a Plum Blossom chaff. Nightingale being the Plum Blossom seed.
Oh, there he goes.
There
into
he goes.
The bag.
Into the bag immediately. And top decked a peony onto the board.
Cool. So that brings up my turn now. And with that, I am going to take the peony that Glacier just put on the board and take it with my peony poetry.
You got a lot of chaff.
I do have a lot of chaff. It's a little disconcerting, actually.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to top deck. It is Plum Blossom, so I will take the Plum Blossom chaff and get the red written poetry slip of the same suit.
So another little thing, the poetry slips. There are blue and red poetry slips. If you get all 3 blue poetry slips, you get more points. Or if you get all 3 red poetry slips that have writing on them, you get bonus points. So what do I?
Oh, you can't see his little head poking out at the moment, but
Oh.
Magnus is poking his little buddy. There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna
silly
take
boy.
the Wisteria seed and play it to get a Wisteria chaff. Top deck onto the board, the butterflies, the peony seed.
Alrighty, perfect. So I currently don't have a thing this time. I'm telling the truth. I don't have
this time.
I don't have anything that matches the board at the current moment. So I am going to put down a chrysanthemum chaff. I'm going to draw from the top deck here. And there is Wisteria Poetry Slip, which doesn't match anything on the board as well.
I will play a peony chaff to pick up the peony seed. And then I will top deck some maple leaves and pick up 2 chaff for it.
Alright. That then leaves my turn again.
I was gonna say you're at 8, right?
I'm at 8 currently. What I'm going to do is take the chrysanthemum chaff that I put down and match it with the one from my hand. I'm gonna do a top card, and that is another chaff for the willows. This one is a seed.
Ah.
So I'm gonna push these, pull these down.
I think you're over 10 on chaff.
I am. Yeah. Oh, zoom in.
Well, somebody's in a hurry. A couple hours early.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that's chaff on my end.
Mm-hmm.
And now, oh, they're tussling. Boys, can we not tussle?
Can we wait until the table's away, huh?
Mm.
Sneeze.
Okay,
Oh, sneeze.
Sneeze it up.
Oh, sneeze them up, bud. Ooh, that sounds like a big one. You can do it. Come on.
Sneeze it up, buddy. You got it.
Keep going. Almost there. Context, Magnus will occasionally get something in his nose and sneeze until he can get it out. Yeah.
I think the baby has allergies, personally.
Yeah. Will you koi?
Well, I koi.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Leave the food bowl alone, huh? I didn't do it.
See, the problem is I don't inherently have anything in my hand that has the potential to get me more, but I have the potential of what I can pull from the deck. But I also don't want to bet on Glacier, who is 1 seed away
from stealing all your koi points.
From stealing my koi points, and here's Magnus coming in for some more water.
Sippy sip.
I think I'm going to pass on koi-koing because I don't like my chances.
Take the 1 point.
I will be petty and take the 1 point like you did earlier. Also, I am shocked you did not play the chrysanthemum blue poetry slip when there is a chrysanthemum on the board.
I didn't. The seed was the more advantageous play because I have no poetry slips.
This is true. Alright, and then this is what I had left.
That could have shaped up pretty easily for you, but you really needed good luck on the top decking.
It's true.
What would you have top decked? I'm curious.
Actually, this is what you would have top decked, and then what I would have top decked was this. Which would have
gotten you progress, but not enough to win.
Also, you would have taken the boar the very next turn, to get you your 5th seed.
That's true. 1, 5, 1. Okay. Let's flip all the cards over. Flip. Flip, flip. Is Altier still going? Dude. I know he runs kind of long on Tuesday. But normally... Oh, drop, Mom.
Oh, no.
Drop the cards.
Unfortunately, I have to be very strategic here, so the internet
very
does not see
strategic
my
about
feet.
where the steppies go.
You'll see potentially my face for a second, or my ear.
Not the end of the world.
Hi, Magnus.
I've seen you before.
Has Stream seen my face? I don't think Stream
you
has.
You stuck it in the frame earlier.
For a moment.
Oh.
What?
Probably shouldn't let that close, just in case the computer needs air.
Hello, little thing.
Oh, you know what happened? Is
what?
Altier was live, and then my stream died. So he had no idea I was still live.
You might want to give him a little ping.
Yeah. It's too late now.
No, it's not.
Well, it's too late for him to raid in, anyway.
That's true, but you can still poke him.
Still
see if
say hi.
See if he wants to come say hi.
I wish there was a better way to shuffle these. Honestly, if my capture card worked, it also would have been nice to just do this digitally.
That's true. But I would have had to have my Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't 2-player because then you can see the other
person's
hand.
Yeah, because it would split screens. I should really get my capture card fixed. I have several VHS tapes on my shelf that need digitizing, and I need the capture card for that. So I really need to just sit down with it and get it to
Also,
work.
things that Glacier and I would like to play at some point is Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Oh, yes.
We may have to see if Glacier's family can send it out here for us.
Yeah, it might have to make its way out here in a package because I removed the Wii games from a shelving in here in favor of more space to cram DVDs into. Because as some of you in the Discord are well aware, I've been collecting DVDs to fill my computer with old media. I believe you're up because you took the point.
Ah, yes. Believing in the heart of the card. Just like Yugi taught us. Just like Yugi taught us.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Alrighty. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I don't know. I personally think that this helps with the randomization, but that's just me.
Who knows if it actually does anything? It's kind of hard to tell with probabilities as high as pulling cards from a deck. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta go on vibes. Later this week, by the way, more paper cuts. We will be reading more of Astounding Stories. We kind of got distracted in the second half last week. So we've got to pick up more momentum. Coming up after Astounding Stories, that is a secret, but stick around on this Friday and I might give you a hint.
Alright, here's our deck. Let's start turning our cards around here for you.
I think we've got the camera kind of ironed out so people can kind of tell what's on the screen. Do we still want to keep doing the descriptor, or do we want to just chat?
I was gonna say, it is up to you. I thought you were potentially doing that for blind folk.
That's true.
Trying to enjoy the stream because they enjoy your voice.
Yeah.
But that is up to you.
Good catch, though. I think we should keep describing just in case.
Alright, I will leave that to you for right now.
Absolutely. So, on the board, top left to bottom right, we have the
Whoa.
What's up?
No, just two pieces of a set are on the board.
We have the Puny Chaff, the Maple Chaff, the Pines Chaff, the Iris Poetry Slip, the Chrysanthemum Poetry Slip, the Pine Light, an Iris Chaff, the Maple Seed, the deer, better known, the Red Clover Seed, better known as the boar, and the Red Clover Poetry Slip. You have first play. We were both dropped on the cards today.
It's true. And if a Glacier could close his eyes a moment.
Yeah, we should show hands to the chat, shouldn't we? Once you are good, I might show mine.
By all means.
Hopefully you can see all my cards there. That wasn't exactly a good one. There we go. Now you all can see.
Alrighty. Once again, I'm going to have Glacier close his eyes so I can actually finally show you guys my hand.
I was going to say, did you not get it while it had my eyes closed previously?
Pretty good hand. Potentially. If I believe in the heart of the cards.
It's true. If the cards are kind, that's fine.
Alright. And so because I won the last hand, I am up first.
It's true.
I think what I may start with is I will take my Chrysanthemum Seeds, which has the sake cup, and commandeer the blue Poetry Slip Chrysanthemum card. I will take from the top deck, which is a Willow Poetry Slip, which currently matches nothing on the board, so it will go down onto the table.
For my opening play, I will take the Pine Poetry Slip and take the Pine Light. And then top deck a Cherry Blossom onto the board.
Oh, Glacier's about to hate my soul
Oh,
here for a
no,
second.
if you're...
I have
You're
the
kidding
Cherry
me.
Blossom Light, and I have Cherry Blossom Chaff.
For those of you who know what my hand looks like, you know why I am frustrated.
So now, I have Cherry Blossom Viewing. We are at the very beginning of the game, so I am going to koi 3 cards in, and I'm going to koi. And
Top
with
deck.
that, I am going to take the top deck, which is the Moon Light. Here.
And I will say no moon viewing for you. Pick up the September Light with the September Seed.
That is fair enough.
And then top deck the Willow. Is this a chaff or a seed? I can never remember.
That is the Willow Chaff.
Yeah, it's like the Thunder Drum. That doesn't match anything.
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah, it does. It matches the Poetry Slip. Brain smooth.
That is kind of one of the odd ones out that doesn't quite look like the rest.
Yeah.
So Glacier here always gets it a little confused. Also, not sure if y'all can see him, but Magnus is hanging up nearby camera.
It's true. He's right there. He might be a little bit on screen.
Alright, and with that, is that your turn?
Yes, because I top decked the Willows, so you're
awesome.
up.
So now that I am up, I'm going to play the Peony Seeds, which is more commonly known as Butterfly, and take the Peony Chaff. And now I'm going to take a card from the top deck, and then which is the Clover Bush Chaff, and I will be taking the Clover Bush Seeds, which is more commonly known as the Boar. Actually, chat, don't mind me. I'm just gonna
rotate your stored.
rotate
what do I have available to me based on this? Not a whole lot. I'm going to play a December Chaff onto the board because I don't have a match.
And then we are going to top deck.
Top deck a Chrysanthemum.
Alright.
Which goes onto the board.
I'm going to take the December Chaff with my December Light card right here.
You're so close to getting this.
And then I have another December Chaff, which I cannot match to anything, and it will go onto the board. And the library has things to potentially say.
I have no things in my hand, and so onto the board goes a Cherry Blossom Chaff. Top deck a Peony Chaff, which also goes onto the board.
Right, and what
do you think, library?
And now the bigger question is, I think I potentially am down. I correct myself. Yeah, go over to Papa and get some screen time. There we go.
Get some screen time. Help everybody see places.
Am going to take the Peony Chaff.
Library says play this one.
And grab with my Peony Blue Poetry Slip.
Top deck.
And I'm going to top deck, which is the Pines, which is the Pine Chaff, which I'm going to lay down.
Okay, that nets me the...
and I'm just going to straighten out the table here.
Finally gives me a play here with the Cherry Blossom Poetry Slip. And then I top deck a Maple Leaf, so I will take the Deer, the Maple Seed.
Alright, which then blocks me from
Or Deer Butterflies.
Alright, I currently cannot match anything that is on the board at the moment, so I will put down a Plum Blossom. And then I will draw from the top deck here. And it is a September Grass Chaff. And I just dropped one of my chaff cards.
So I have a Plum Blossom Poetry Slip. And so that nets me the 3 red Poetry Slips. And that nets me the points. Because Razz is koi. In theory, in theory, I could koi koi. However, that's a bad idea. I'm not going to. I'm going to take my 10 points and run.
Alright, and then I just want to show you guys, these were my remaining cards.
Nightingale.
What would have your...
Well, we
top
only know what
deck.
I would have top decked. It would have been the little burb, the wisteria seed.
And then one of these would have been
Yeah,
the other top deck.
That wouldn't have been very eventful.
Actually, I wonder what the rest of the deck held for us. Ah,
there was not a lot on
my
hand,
other blue poetry slip that I would have needed.
Seems like I made the right decision there. So I'm up 10 now, right?
Oh, yes.
Because deluxe poetry slips nets you 5.
Yeah, so that is up 10 points for you now. So you are at
144. Slowly closing the gap here.
We'll see if if the cards let him.
It's true. Oh, hey, TGP.
Hello,
How you doing?
hello.
Whose wave emote is that? Oh, Lil Shroom. I think I know who that is. There's a lot of people out on the internet. Happy to have you here. We're just playing some.
We are playing a game called the game is technically called Koi Koi. They are being played with Hanafuda cards, though it is the only game with these cards that we know how to play. So we are calling it Hanafuda, which is not technically the right name for it, but what have you. Also, great to meet you. I've never seen you before. I am Razz.
Yes, Razz.
You might have seen me in the chat every once in a blue moon. I also did the art for some of Glacier's
These
emails.
two emotes. Which, by the way, fun fact, did you know you too can get free money out of Beef Jesus? It's true. How, I hear you asking. I can feel it through the computer screen. Razz has never heard the owner of our delightful platform called Beef Jesus.
I wish you guys could see the face I'm making right now.
Anyway, yeah, I can feel you asking through the computer screen. The answer is Twitch Prime. That's right. If you have Amazon Prime, for Amazon Prime reasons, you also get a free Twitch sub once a month. It's pretty neat. You could use it on me. I wouldn't complain. That's certainly true. What would you get with the subscription? You get emotes, like those two I posted in chat that Razz drew. They're of my lovely little cats. They're sweet boys. I am working on a subscriber section for the Discord. We'll see if I ever get my ducks in a row on that. Someday, eventually, the Twitch subscriptions will net you something for the podcast feed. We'll get there. I'm working on it. But in the meanwhile, you still get those lovely emotes, and you get to send me $2.50 all for free. Because you are not spending money on a subscription. But if you do want to spend money on a subscription, I certainly won't complain either. If you're going to spend money on a subscription, you can spend more money. There are Tier 2 and Tier 3 subscriptions available to you, which will net you such lovely emotes as... And everyone's favorite thing, the chat monster.
I think my favorite thing about the emoji is, unfortunately, at one point in time, I managed to sprain both of my ankles at the same time because I am a clumsy person. And during that, I was saying that my ankles were screaming. And Glacier's then response was, ankles screm, and did the face, which is now why we have that delightful emote in the chat, is because
not just because it makes me laugh. No way.
Well, I was going to say...
referring to this one. For context.
Yes. That one is courtesy and alive and well and in the world because I am very stupid and adrenaline, shocking, stopped me from feeling it.
8.
Welcome to Razz's personal story time, where
Yeah.
no one wants to know about my personal clumsiness, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
Hey, if they were not okay with hearing random personal stories, they wouldn't be in a Twitch chat. Let's be real here.
That's true.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I do know how to count. Can you believe it?
Woo!
Let's
All right, I
what's on the
probably
board
sounded a little bit distant from the mic, perhaps, because I was leaning all the way back in the
That's
couch.
loud. Okay, top left to bottom right, we have a chrysanthemum chaff. We have a September seed. We have another chrysanthemum chaff. We have the wisteria chaff that always confuses me. We have the
that is the willow's chaff.
Yeah, the willow's chaff that confuses me. Then we have a pine chaff, a peony chaff, the December light, the September light, an iris chaff, and a wisteria chaff.
All right.
I have the lead.
Would you like to show the people your card?
Yes. Close your eyes, por favor. I definitely did not.
I will go like this because I am
observing your cards.
I'm observing my cards.
So my cards look something like this. I will hold them on screen for a moment so everyone can see. All right, your turn.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my tiny little hands to spread out all these cards. So
these are teeny tiny little cards, by the way.
See my cards, and I would ask that you now close your eyes, kind sir.
Eyes closed. Have we shown other chat?
Not yet. So, because I cannot fan them out because my hands are so tiny, I'm just kind of go one by one here for a moment. All right. Now the chat has seen my hand.
And so now we are aware of all the cards on the table. So that brings me up first. I'm going to play for the December light immediately with a December chaff. And then top deck a Wisteria poetry slip, picking up the Wisteria chaff off the board. That brings up Razz.
All right, and to somewhat mimic Glacier's play here, I am going to grab the Pines chaff with the Pines light. That was in my hand. And I'm going to grab from the top deck, and I now have the September chaff, and now I'm going to grab the moon.
A moon!
With the September grass chat.
You take the moon,
and you take the sun,
and you take the moon, and you take the moon.
For anyone who's unfortunately a little potentially too young to know what this is a reference from, the original song was from a show on Cartoon Network, which is now unfortunately called Chowder, which is unfortunately now on Boomerang, which makes us feel very old.
They're airing Chowder on Boomerang?
Yes.
I, clearly remember Chowder airing, as I was in middle school. Oh!
We are old.
We are old.
And we're actually not even that old.
I was going to say,
but yes, the original song was, you take the moon, and you take the sun, and you take everything that seems like fun, mix it all up, and then you're done.
Then you share a piece with everyone. That is what that is, by the way. That's come up in the captions.
Anyhow.
Now that we've gotten thoroughly distracted, I'm going to play the peony poetry slip for a peony chaff and top deck into cherry blossom poetry slip that goes on the board.
All right. With that in mind, I am going to take the cherry blossom chaff I have and take the cherry blossom poetry slip.
It was a handy one to have on hand.
And then I'm going to take a card from the top deck, which is an iris poetry slip. So I will take the iris chaff and do that. And that is my turn.
Top decking. I do not have anything to play from my hand, so I will play maple leaves onto the board. Maple chaff, by the way. And then top deck the boar onto the board.
Beautiful, beautiful play. All right. Not in terms of getting anything for you, but adding things onto the board, which is
always fun.
Always fun. Always amusing. And I'm actually gonna rearrange my
jostle your stored cards over there.
Stored cards over here because I am going to take my Willow's seed and take the Willow's chaff. I'm gonna place that here. As you can see, I'm a little bit more detail organized.
Yeah, a little more fastidious about your cards than I am.
Top deck. I'm going to top deck the Plum Blossom
Nightingale.
I'm going to put that back on because it's stuck to mine.
And then I will play the Maple Seeds to pick up a Maple Chaff that I placed down earlier. Strategery. Then I'm going to top deck a December Chaff. I always think that one's a seed, but it's not.
Alright, I am going to take the top deck card, the Plum Blossom Seed, and take the Plum Blossom Chaff from my hand. I am going to grab a top deck, which is another Willow's, the Willow Poetry Slip to be exact. I'm going to put that back down onto the board. Re-straighten out our table here a little bit, and then it'll be Glacier's turn.
I'm going to take a December Chaff for 2 December Chaff. Fun fact about this yellow December Chaff, it's kind of like the Ace of Spades in an American, or I guess English? They're from England, right? Anyway, what I would call a standard card deck. The Ace of Spades is kind of the trademark card for a standard deck of cards. And in the same way, the yellow December Chaff here is the trademark card for a given deck of Hanafuda. And for those of you who can actually read the kanji on the cards here, you would know that this is a deck of a Nintendo brand Hanafuda cards. And that's why Nintendo has been around long enough to be contemporaneous with Dracula, for example. Anyway, I top deck some red clover and pick up 4. And then I pass to Razz.
I was
about to say, I top deck again? No.
This is not one of those types of games where you can continuously pull. I am going to put down a Maple Chaff card here. And I'm going to top deck. And I'm going to take one of the Chrysanthemum Chaffs because I just top decked the Chrysanthemum Blue Poetry Slip.
Okay.
And then I turn it over to Glacier.
I will play down a Wisteria Chaff, and then top deck an Iris Chaff, and that's my turn.
Alright, I am going to take the Iris Chaff that you just put down and take that, because I have the Iris Seed.
I love the art of the deer scare on the Iris Seed. I don't know what makes it stick in my brain, but it's so good.
I'm gonna top deck, which is Maple. So that's gonna be a Blue Poetry Slip Maple Leaf, and then the Chaff for me. I'm just gonna double check something. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Oh, 9. I've got 1 play to do something clever. Unfortunately, my something clever will not get me far enough. I will pick up a Chaff and the Wisteria Seed, and then I will top deck and hope for something to get me a win here, but it does not. So Razz likely has the advantage here with 9 Chaff. I top decked the Red Clover Poetry Slip.
Glacier's about to hate my soul.
Have you been sitting on the sake cup this whole time?
Yes, I have.
The Chrysanthemum's been on the board for 4 turns. What are you doing?
Mind games is what I've been doing.
Agonies are various.
And that is going to be Chaff, and that is also going to be moon viewing for me.
Every time I sit on the sake cup and try to do something clever and mind-gamey, it doesn't work, but the cards love her.
And also, I will not be koi-koiing today, so that's going to be 6 points for me, because Glacier is just a little too close. And also, another mind game, unfortunately, that I didn't get to play, is I had the butterflies.
No, I was hoping the butterflies would be in the deck. I had So, Razz is taking how many points?
6 points, I believe.
6 points. So that puts you at 157.
Actually, and let me see
Context,
what my
by
top
the way.
deck would have been.
Oh my gosh, you would have top decked the cherry blossoms.
What would have you done?
I would have top decked pine poetry slip.
And then, so it would have taken a while for any of us. Oh, Library wants to come say hello to his little papa.
Never love him enough. Did you know this? Did you know no one pet him?
What the rest of the deck would have held.
I don't think we would have gotten to a game state that would have had me win. What do you think, sir? You have feelings on the matter?
That was a very good hand for
that
me.
That was a really, like, entertaining hand just for, like, how long the play ran on it, too. But that was over. Oh, you okay, bud?
He needed to clean. Just for a moment.
He, like, jumped. He was startled by the cards.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, I know. Those little cards are so scary. Aww. Don't nobody love baby boy. He is just little and small. Nice job. Whoop, drama.
Oh, no, not the drama.
Whoop, well, we didn't see that one.
Gonna go back into the mix.
Making sure drama was limited to one card there. We're at about 1:30, by the way. 1 minute, or 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Alright,
Just
I'd
noting.
say I can't redeem it from here, even though I have the points for it in my own chat.
Yeah.
But
Hydrate.
everyone take a hydration break.
Let me redeem a hydrate because I have infinite points. I will also...
And also, why don't we take a moment to give a little stretch?
Mm-hmm.
And picture a posture while we're at it.
Ooh, let me do the posture redeem then. You are invited to stretch you with me, by the way.
And TGP, if you're still hanging around, what do you think so far of this game?
I know I love Hanafuda and I love watching like people play it digitally, but I don't think I've ever seen someone play it as a physical table on Twitch. Maybe that's just because of the annoying properties
of the card shuffling,
or like the card shuffling might get it too. I'm surprised there's not like a larger community of people doing mahjong. You know, that's like
I'm sure it's out there.
You know what? Honestly, probably what it is people are playing mahjong digitally, and I don't really play a lot of mahjong. Oh, we've picked up Library. He's very held. He's very petted, aren't we?
We're getting some little purrs.
Little purrs from little Mian, for he is little and small.
He is very little and small. He's also being slightly pointy with my arms.
He is not used to being picked up, I will tell you that.
Down to Papa.
He's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm on screen. Hello, everyone. This is now my stream. I can get the cards to stack with one hand. The question remains. Actually, pretty close here. There we go. Success.
I'm gonna take half of this and put it on top, half of it on bottom, to further increase the randomness. Anyhow, I've already landed one card for the table, one card for Glacier, and one card for myself from the bottom of the deck. So now I'm going to go 1, 2, and then back from the bottom of the deck, because personally for me, TGP, if you're still hanging around, or just anyone that's in the chat,
who is live right now? I'm not calling out any raiders, But
and also, at least to me, I find pulling from the top and bottom of the deck to be the most random. And also, I tend to personally find that it gets some pretty interesting hands.
mm-hmm.
And Magnus seems to be in a very goofy mood.
Magnus, careful, bud. Leave the cables alone. We know the rules. Magnus is looking at me like, yeah, of course I know the rules. I pay attention. 3, 6.
Alright, so I did stuff of a card to give you.
8 for hands, 2 more for the table. Right?
Yep, that's correct. So I'm going to pull one more from the top and one from the bottom. Magnus, I would highly recommend you keep your little paws off of the records.
Bud, hey, toe beans.
Hey.
Is it? What? I wasn't doing anything yet. Yeah, yet.
All right, and I will let Glacier do the commentary on flipping
Right,
the
top
cards
left,
over.
the bottom right here, we've got wisteria. We've got wisteria chaff, maple chaff, clover chaff, grass chaff, the pine light, the grass light, the peony chaff, willow seeds, the December light, and a chrysanthemum chaff. All very interesting. Razz, having lead, gets to take play.
Indeed, and I am going to ask Glacier, look away for just a minute here.
Oh, drop my card. Perfect time.
I believe it ended up in the bag.
Oh, in the bag. Couldn't have done that if you paid me.
While Glacier's doing that, I'm going to show you all my cards. And now, before he looks up, I'm going to pull it away.
Okay, I have...
And I will now look away.
I have the power. Hang on, let me wrangle my cards into a hand shape. Real quick here, suchly that you cannot see, but chat can.
I'm currently looking at Magnus under the
He's
table.
just a little guy.
And he wants to be in the bag. He wants to be in the bag.
Don't ya? Yeah, you get the bag. You show the bag. That's my hand. For obvious reasons, we cannot dictate the hands to you. But, Razz, you have first play.
That's true, I do. Now, please excuse the picking from Magnus as he is
Yeah.
trying to decimate the bag.
You get it. You show it, yes. Show the bag. You can do it, BB.
Show the bag your violence. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, as my first play, am going to take the Willow's poetry slip out of my hand and grab the Willow's seed. And then I'm going to grab from the top deck. And unfortunately, doesn't match anything on the board. And here we are with 4 lights on the table, which is a fairly rare sight to see.
Alright, I am going to... What should I do here? I have multiple avenues. Not to spoil the game or anything. I will take the Pines Light with the Pines Poetry Slip and top deck another Pines. I should have played a different way, but I did not know. Alas. Pass over to Razz.
Alright, I am going to continue onwards. I'm going to place down the September Chaff and take the September Moonlight here. And then I'm going to grab from the top deck, which is the Maple Leaves, and I just pulled the Blue Poetry Slips card, so I'm going to put that in my hand and grab the chaff associated with the same month. I'm just going to straighten out our table's hand a little bit right here.
I'm going to play a Cherry Blossom Chaff and take the Cherry Blossom Light and drop one of your stored cards off the board. I am so sorry. The Moonlight, even. And then I will top deck the Red Clover Poetry Slip, picking up the Red Clover Chaff.
I'm just gonna try and scooch these down a little bit so they're not as much.
Scooch.
I'm trying. I mean, I suppose I could put mine over here as well, but I don't want them to interact with the deck.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they're gonna have to be in Glacier's way a little bit, and he's gonna have to watch his arms.
Well, I'm moving them in so they don't fall off.
But it ruins the alignment.
I was fixing it. Anyway.
Anyways,
you
my
have cards to play.
neurodivergence aside, anyhow, I am going to grab the September chaff off the board and play the September seeds from my hand.
There you go. He going up top.
And I am going to pull from the top deck, which is an iris, which currently matches nothing on the board, so it will go on the table.
Okay, that brings up me. I have options available. I am going to play.
It is the library's turn for violence, folks.
It's
Hear that
true.
in the background.
I will play the
Giving
peony
weirdly direct
poetry
eye contact
slip.
as well.
Peony poetry slip to pick up the peony chaff.
Oh,
Top
Magnus
deck,
has returned.
a cherry top deck the cherry blossom poetry slip onto the board.
Alright, I am going to grab, I think the only thing I can, which is, and I'm going to play a Wisteria Chaff, and grab the other Wisteria Chaff off the board. And grab from the top deck, believing in the heart of the cards here, folks. Let's see what I get. It is a Iris poetry slip, so I'm going to take the Iris Chaff that I had on the board and add that to my saved.
I have a lot of things run through my head when someone says Iris, but one of the first things is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. And I don't want the world to see me. And I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Anyway. Oh man, we should do it. Well, maybe not you, but I should do a karaoke stream. I'm gonna play a, actually, karaoke stream would be a good, like, donathon goal if I ever needed a donathon. Anyway, Cherry Blossom Chaff into Cherry Blossom Poetry Slip off the board, and then we will top deck the Boar Red Clover Seed.
Clover bush, but very close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nitpick this.
I said I'm gonna be getting it wrong all night. And
Alrighty.
it continues to occur.
I am going to play the Plum Blossom Chaff from my hand. I'm gonna pull from the top, which is going to be the December Chaff here, which I am going to take the December Light to go along with it. And then that brings us to Michael's hand.
That's true.
Or
To
Glacier's
thy,
hand,
the
rather.
prettiest fry. All I have on hand here is the Chrysanthemum Poetry Slip. Frustratingly, I will take it.
Come on up, Magnus.
I'm getting closer
Yeah,
to
come up here.
what I want here. But we'll see. Maybe top deck something good. Just more plum blossoms. Not the end of the world. More chaff is more chaff is more chaff after all.
Magnus
up
is being a
Razz.
very indecisive little boy and debating if he'd like to jump up here and to be on the couch
Yeah.
with me.
There
we go.
You just had to think about it a little, didn't you?
He had to take a second, but that's okay.
Gotta get the brain cells in order.
Alright, and with that, I am going to place down a chrysanthemum chaff. I'm going to pull from the deck. And I am met with the willow chaff, which matches nothing on the board at the moment.
I wonder if they make Braille Hanafuda cards. Because, like, you can get Braille, like, standard decks. So I wonder if there's a way to, like, also encode. Maybe, like, the card could say, like, December.
Maybe on the back, but that wouldn't work for the...
Yeah, that's fair.
And there goes
Ooh.
Magnus to the top as well.
Now, Bud, we remember we
It's
can't
okay.
live in the computer.
Alright, that's your turn.
Okay,
Or
I will
did you
play... a pine seed for another pine seed, or pine chaff for another pine chaff. Top deck red clover to get the seed for that, and a chaff. How am I doing on chaff here?
I
2,
believe
4,
you may have
6,
10.
8, 10. That's 10. Alright. Much as I want to koi and take another shot at a point, as I've got, how long have I had 5 poetry slips, by the way?
Ah. So.
Well, I guess we just count that as accidental koi?
No.
What do you mean, no?
That's just added to your points. Yeah, it's because you didn't koi.
Okay. Alright, well,
I was going to say, you were welcome to koi.
Jevons is rating with a party of 5. Welcome to the Igloo, everyone!
Welcome! We are playing a game called Koi, and they're played with Hanafuda cards.
And so we wind up calling it Hanafuda a lot. A raid. We do not often get a raid. Jev, you have gotten a bunch of emotes while I've been busy. Very good emotes, actually.
Pretty awesome
Very good
emotes,
to see
in
you.
fact. And also, with that raid, do you want to take the chance to koi?
Because I have... So, let's think about this. I already have poetry slips. I already have chaff. But Razz could pull a light at any time and take those points from me. Calculating. Ruminating. I think I'm gonna keep playing. I top decked the red clover, so you're up.
Oh.
It's true.
Yay.
You have your headphones on, and so now you can hear
us. Just to repeat the message, now that you can hear us, we are currently playing a game called Koi, and it is played with Hanafuda cards, which are used throughout a myriad of different Asian cultures, to my understanding.
But we only really know Koi.
But we only know Koi.
Crickets and show music is nice, and flames. There shouldn't be flames. There might be residual noise from the cat fountain.
Probably from the cat fountain would be my guess. Fountain burbling.
But yeah, this is, what were you reading? I presume you were reading tonight. Thank you for the raid, by the way.
Alright. So let's see here.
While Razz considers her turn here.
Unfortunately, there is nothing I can match, suit-wise on the table, so I am going to play the Iris Seeds card, and I'm going to pull from the top of the deck and also get
an iris. Pull that seed.
So I get that seed, and then it turns to Glacier's turn once again.
Okay, I will play down Maple Chaff and top deck another December Chaff.
Alright.
Board advances, but not me. Attention
All
mounts. I succeed.
I'm on my... Oh!
Oh, what's Magnus
Little
Mag back there?
wanting to live in the cabinet, but he's above the TV, everybody. I'm going to play my last card here, which is the Plum Blossom Poetry Slips. And I'm going to pull from the top deck, which is the Willows.
Willow Light.
Willow Light.
2,
Unfortunately,
4,
that does not
8,
get me anything. I don't know if we should continue pulling from the deck or not.
Yeah, well, I have a Maple Seed to play here, and so that nets me another Chaff, so I do get my Koi points.
Yes, so that nets you a total of...
5, 6...
No.
Wait, no.
3. Or that's
3.
That's 1 point. Chaff was 1, so that's 2, so that's 3, so you get 6 points.
Correct, because I got another Chaff, so it's
Come on down,
double
Magnus.
Chaff. So 6 points. Added to my existing 144. Which, by the way, these scores, if you're just rolling in from Jevons' chat, these are ongoing scores that we've been keeping track of for months. So we did not score all of these points tonight.
Magnus is currently confused how he should go about getting down.
We've scored about, I'd say 20, 30 points tonight. Something like that.
Indeed. Let's see if I had pulled...
Yeah, what would you have pulled? You'd have pulled Butterflies, which you wouldn't have had a card on the table for.
Nope.
Which I don't know that you could have.
I don't think I could have ended up getting anything.
Yeah, without a hand, you couldn't have really advanced very far.
And now
we get to
Jiven,
rumble, dumble, bubble.
you get to see the very annoying process
of shuffling these cards. Because they're little teeny tiny tiles. They're about yay big, if you know how big my hand is.
There we go, magnet.
You know, if you've seen me sewing things, for example.
I was gonna
about
say,
yay big.
for reference for a smaller hand, perhaps.
They're about that big.
I was gonna say,
they're kind of teeny tiny.
this is the size difference between Glacier and I's hands.
Hang on, I'm gonna go grab actual, like, standard cards, and we're gonna compare them that way.
That's a good idea. We should have been doing that the entire time. Anyways, I'm going to reach over here, and I am going to shuffle these cards around. Jevons, also nice to meet you. Just to give you a heads up, I am Razz. Glacier's probably mentioned me from time to time. I'm the one who has done 2 of Glacier's emotes here. Let me just reach over to his mouse over here, and let me do this, and send those out. Oh.
Standard card detected.
And those, yes, it is me. I actually have a voice. But those are the 2 emotes that I drew for Glacier. Also, I don't know if Glacier's ever mentioned this on stream, but I am Glacier's partner.
It's true. Okay, so a little bit of reference. We've seen these standard playing cards aplenty on stream doing solo tabletop games.
For the size reference, folks.
They are well.
I do, in fact, have the artist badge.
You should have the artist badge.
I am just not typing in chat currently. Actually, let me grab my
phone.
Where is my phone? Oh, thank you. I was sitting on it.
You should have the artist badge. I should
Let
have
me
that
jump
set
onto
up.
Twitch here.
Hold up. Has Twitch erased the artist badge that I assigned to these? Yeah, artist Razmatazic.
Alrighty, let me jump in.
Indeed, less than half the size of a standard card. They're very itty-bitty. Yeah, you should have the artist badge in chat. You definitely have the artist attribution on the emotes. I just checked. I clicked on them and they...
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I have the badge. I have the badge. I have the badge.
There we go. Nothing explode.
Carry on. Yes, indeed, we will carry on.
In chat she does. Very good. How long does it highlight Raider chats?
I don't know. That's
I'm not complaining.
I was gonna say, with you winning the point, you are gonna be the one dealing. And Goriki and Jevons, Glacier and I deal from the deck a very different way.
Yeah, I do the top-bottom card, but I'm not as fussed about it. Also, Goriki in particular, do you know a better way to shuffle these? I feel like there is a much better way to shuffle these, and it's just going over our heads.
I was gonna say, the only way that I could think of, alternatively, is to kind of do like the like the card cutting.
Kind of like the you know.
But yeah, this side it's kind of impossible.
Kind of teeny tiny, you know. One.
Chuck him in a hat. That's actually.
Chuck him in a hat or like in a mug wouldn't be bad, actually. We could. I have mugs around. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I've got like
not terrible. But then we'd have to still stack them back up anyhow.
That's not as bad though.
Magnus.
4.
Magnus is hanging out next to me,
5,
folks.
5.
He's being a very silly. He's being a little cute little lad. Yes, he is. Also,
7.
just because you guys just gotta shake the hat around. Yeah, very much so.
Honestly, a little hat would be fun. That's
one
8.
of the things here, you guys recently just missed our most recent hydration break, but I would like to share my giant water bottle.
Big water bottle.
It is a whole gallon.
Once again, playing cards for size reference, if you would. Get your little water, and then we need to show them how big in comparison to a standard deck of cards. Big. Very big. It's an entire gallon.
And I can drink it all in a day. Most of it, anyways. I think I'm about.
I was gonna say you've got
am I
at
actually?
least 2/3 of the way through it today.
Let's see, and I filled this. I filled this up at noon, I believe. Yeah. say I am there.
I'd say you're about halfway now
Almost a
from
little
when you
bit.
last filled it. So you're really dunking down the water here today. Okay, on the board, from top left to bottom right.
Now I have to fuss with the straws. Starting to give me a
Cherry chaff, grass chaff, iris chaff,
lots of chaff on the board
wisteria
today.
chaff, December light, maple chaff, plum blossom chaff, another iris chaff.
Wow, lots of chaff on the board.
Cherry blossom poetry slip, and the willow chaff that confuses me every time.
Alright, give me a second. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, let me wrangle my cards before we show them to chat here. Wrangle, dingle, dingle, dangle. Okay, I am ready to show to chat. If you...
Alright, go ahead. I'm not looking.
This is the things in my hand. Some very good things this time. We'll see if they play out. Honestly, if we wanted to... Well, two-person canasta is kind of boring, and we need a second deck of cards for canasta.
I was gonna say, I also don't know the rules of canasta, so it'd be an entire stream of you teaching everyone how to play canasta, which I think would be a little
wouldn't
more...
be a bad time, but like I need a second deck of cards. I kind of have a second deck of cards. I have like a Evangelion themed deck that one of my cousins gave me.
Alright, so close your eyes, close your eyes. Ooh, excuse me.
Eyes are closed.
And then check, this is my hand. Not as great as Glacier's, my guesses would be. But we shall see how the game plays out.
We shall indeed. I'm up first. I will play a December
Enjoy your
chat.
lurk.
Yeah, enjoy the lurk. Glad you dropped by. Appreciate the raid very much. We're picking up the December light with a December chaff, and then top decking a wisteria chaff to pick up 2 wisteria chaffs.
Awesome. Okay. Well, then I think I am going to start by playing a March Cherry Blossom chaff here and grabbing the Cherry Blossom poetry slips. And then I'm going to take from the top of the deck here, and it is Peonies, which currently doesn't match anything on the board. So I'm going to place it down, straighten out the cards here, and now it's Glacier's turn again.
Oh, options, options, decisions, decisions. My favorite thing these are. I will take the Deer Scare, the Iris Seeds, for an Iris Chaff. And then I will top deck to see what I find. The Chrysanthemum Poetry Slip onto the board.
Alright, with that, now it's my turn. I am going to take the Willow's Poetry Slip here. And I'm going to be taking the Willow's Chaff. And then I'm going to be taking from the top deck here, which is the September Light, which is the moon. And I'm going to be taking the September Chaff.
Someone cue the DuckTales music. It's the moon.
I was thinking To the Moon. Do you know the game To the Moon?
I remember some Let's Player types playing it, but I don't know it very specifically.
It's been a long time since I don't remember if I own it or if I played it at a friend. I don't recall. It was a very good game though,
It
from
might
what
be
I
on
recall.
your Steam library. We'll have to look.
We'll have to see. Anyways, it's your
either way,
turn.
Plum Blossom Seed for Plum Blossom Chaff gives me the Nightingale. The Nightingale, by the way, fun fact, the specific Nightingale design on the Nintendo Hanafuda card actually comes up in Mario Maker. And then I top deck the blue poetry slip for Maple and pick up a Maple Chaff while I'm at it. But yeah, that little, like the plum blossoms running in from the side of the screen and the bird kind of like going chirp, chirp, very like calmingly. That is based on this Nightingale Seed card. Because these are actually Nintendo brand Hanafuda cards. So they have control
Nintendo
over
has been around for a buttload longer than anyone would have expected.
Yeah,
they just changed the gears.
I was gonna say they started out making playing cards, both Hanafuda and standard decks, and then they kind of shifted gears a whole bunch, and then finally landed on being a toy company, which slowly progressed into them being a video game company. Which
Alright,
you could
so...
really tell they're still acting like a toy company. Anyway.
Anyhow, it's my turn to draw my card. And I am... I know, had a little bit of hiccup there in the middle of my sentence. Alright, and that is going to... I'm going to be taking the... ran into something on the table there.
Something. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to be taking the Iris Chaff because I have the Iris Poetry Slip here in my hand. Then I'm going to draw from the deck, which is the Cherry Blossom Light, which I'll be taking this Cherry Blossom Chaff.
I was hoping to get the cherry blossoms.
Alright, here we go.
I love the design of like the cherry blossom light in particular, like the little cherry blossoms hanging out above the like curtain. So pretty. These cards generally are very beautiful, honestly.
Alright, and then that will conclude my turn, and now on to Glaciers.
I don't have anything to play to board, so I will put down a red clover chaff and top deck a December chaff onto the board.
I am going to take my... I am going to take the peony seeds, better known as the butterflies, out of my own hand here. And then I'm going to take the peony chaff. And then I'm going to take from the top deck, which is another peony, and it's the blue poetry slips.
I am going to play the card I have in my hand here as red clover seeds, better known as the boar, and pick up a red clover chaff.
Frustratingly, he has now blocked me from getting a set.
And then, ironically, top decking the deer. We were talking about the set here that doesn't come up often because it's easy to block from, is the boar deer butterflies.
All right. And with that, excuse me, everyone. I am a bit tired. I also had to wake up very early this morning for work.
You were only awake a few hours after me, which is pretty early.
I think my first alarm went off when you had to get up, so just about the same.
Very early.
I begrudgingly turned off most of my other alarms and then went back to sleep until almost 7. Anyhow, I am going to play a Pines Chaff here. And I'm going to draw from the top of the deck, and I got a Pines Light. And so that brings me to 3 lights. And now I must consider, for those of you who are here, if I koi koi.
Do we koi koi for bonus points?
I am now determining if it potentially may be worth it. So let us see here. This potentially may be a bit of a gamble, because Glacier and I each have 3 cards left in our hand, and then whatever we draw from the top of the deck. I am 3 away from Chaff, 2 away from Poetry Slips, and 4 away from Seeds. I think Glacier and I are actually tied for Chaff.
We've kept momentum there.
We've kept momentum there, so this is a gamble that I'm going to take. Right. And I'm going to do Koi Koi.
And you top deck to get the Pines, so
I did.
I'm up.
So you are?
Okay, I will take the Maple Chaff to pick up the Maple Seed, the Deer, and then top deck into September Seeds.
I am going I'm currently debating about the play that I'm going to make, because I have a couple different avenues that I could take. One is a little bit longer of a game, and one of them would be a little shorter. Not that we have a lot in our hands left to play anyhow. I think what I am going to do...
Could play long and get more points that way.
This is the gamble, and this is the thinking process of this game. Here, seeing firsthand. I think I am going, I'm going to take the chrysanthemum seed, or the chrysanthemum chaff from my hand and take the poetry slip. And I'm going to take from the top deck and hope it blesses me, which it has not. And play the Willow Light.
On the board. Calculating. Oh, no, that works. Willow Light with Willow Seeds gives me 5 seeds.
And then my gamble did not pay off, folks. Unless Glacier decides he would also technically
I technically could Koi Koi. Some people don't play that you can double layer Koi Kois, but we like to have it as an option. It's fun.
Get your
sneeze
sneezing
him
out.
up, bud.
Get it out of your system, sweetie.
You can do it. Sneeze him up. Yeah, Magnus again kind of gets gunk in his nose. I'm not gonna Koi Koi. I don't have a clear avenue here, so I will take my.
All right. These are what I had left. The quicker avenue that I was thinking of was doing this to get the chaff, which I probably should have done. Let us see what I would have pulled on the top, which actually would have netted
I was gonna say,
poetry slips as well.
I think I would have top decked the peonies, which wouldn't have, because I would have played the. Oh yeah, I would have played this to the table, and then I would have top decked the peonies, which wouldn't have gotten me anything, and then you would have top decked plum blossoms.
Either way, Glacier has the points, and that's going to be 2 points for Glacier.
4 points? Aren't seeds 2 points times 2? Are seeds 1 point or 2 points?
1.
Okay. They always get that mixed up. So 152. We're keeping it pretty close around here. Definitely could be. Definitely closing in on the commanding lead Razz had at the beginning of the night. But that's the thing about really long-term Hanafuda is you kind of tend toward very close scores. You know, over the course of, unless you get a huge commanding lead over like 12 hands or something, it tends to run very close because a lot of successful plays when you're engaging in a lot of like counterplay with another person, really your most successful plays are the stall type plays, you know, just picking up enough chaff, you know, getting up enough momentum in the sense of like a magic card, you know, getting enough momentum behind you that that's just it, you know. Oh, what do you say we call this last hand? Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Unfortunately, we cannot stream forever. The camera can only remain on for so long, and 2 hours is a good end point for the average Tuesday around here.
I was gonna say, says the man who streams for close to 4 hours every Friday.
Yeah, that's how I manage 4 hours on Fridays. I only do 2 today.
No, we're a little over 2 here, so
we won't be too far. Okay, so I have taken points most recently, and so I am in charge of the dealership here.
Gariki, what do you think so far?
I know I'm having a good time. I'm curious how this is going for chat. That's 1, 2.
For an absolutely thrilling update for what's happening around us.
4.
Magnus is huffing my shoes.
That's 5. 6. 7. And 8 is hands. 2 more for the table. Okay, let's left to right here. Left corner to bottom right corner. Wisteria, or not Wisteria, December chaff, maple chaff, plum blossom poetry, maple seed, maple chaff again, clover seed, plum blossom chaff, Wisteria Light, Plum Blossom Chaff, and Pine Chaff.
As the winner, I'm gonna let Glacier
Show
his hand
first.
first.
Definitely did not just drop a card. That definitely did not happen. No way, not I can't believe you'd insinuate otherwise.
Thankfully, I'm very focused on my own cards and did not see you.
So, this is what I have, chat. Keep one eye on it. Now, Razz.
Alrighty.
Care to show our friends
I'm gonna split it between two hands because my little hands cannot grasp these little cards very well.
They're little and tiny, and they're a little.
Here is my hand.
Size.
Take a good look. This is what I'm working with.
Okay. Let us begin. I have opening play. Right?
Yes, you do, because you won the Koi Koi.
I'm going to play December Light for December Chaff, and then top deck Willow Seed, which means I take Willow Light. You do have to take the card that matches when top decking, so that brings us over to Razz.
Fantastic. Not quite sure what I have in store to be able to play at the current moment. I think what I'm going to start with is I am going to put down my Nightingale Plum Blossom Seed card and take the Plum Blossom Poetry Slip.
So those Plum Blossoms are just on the board forever. Trapped.
Actually, does that not mean that I then take it because it's the rest of the month and none of us can take it?
Oh yeah, because you're playing the last card, so you take them both.
I take them
all. Forgot about that. Good catch.
Oh dang! How many points is that? I don't recall.
I don't know. You get points if it's dealt to your hand.
Ah,
you don't
that's
get
right.
Points if you pick it.
Okay, that's correct. All right, and then I'm gonna take the top deck, and then I will take the boar. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Things and stuff. I will play down a Wisteria Chaff and top deck a Wisteria Poetry Slip. Throwing it back over to Razz.
Alright, cool. There is nothing on the board that I can currently play to. So I am going to drop down a peony chaff, and let's draw from the top of the deck, and put down a cherry blossom.
Okay. I will play Cherry Blossom Poetry Slip for Cherry Blossom Chaff. Top deck the Maple Poetry Slip and take all four. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cards desired balance this evening. Both of us getting a full season pickup there.
All right. With that, I think I am going to put down, or I'm going to take from my hand the butterfly seed and grab the adjoining chaff card, and then I'm going to draw, which is the willow chaff, which I'm now placing down on the board.
Okay, my really only option here is to play Willow Poetry Slip for Willow Chaff there. And then top deck the Peony Poetry Slip onto the board.
Alright, I am then going to play the Irish Chaff. I'm going to pull from the top of the deck and grab the Pirate's Chaff.
Alright. I am going to play, you already have that, so I'm going to play Red Clover Chaff onto the board. Top deck a Grass Chaff onto the board.
Alright, with that, I'm going to be playing the Grass Light card, which is the Moon.
The Moon!
And I'm going to grab the Chaff card. Oh wow, that actually lines up really nicely.
Yeah!
And then I'm going to
Generally
grab from the top, which is the Iris Seed card here, and I'm going to take the Iris Chaff put the seed down. And now it's your turn.
Getting close on seeds over there.
I am.
What do I have? I don't have anything to play out of my hand. I will be playing December Chaff onto the board, top decking Peony Chaff, netting me Poetry Slips. That was a close one. You are way too close on seeds. I cannot gamble on this. I need to take my 1 point and run.
I was gonna say, it is our last night of the... It is our last... I still have not looked at your cards because I'm staring straight at your face.
Thank you.
It is up to you. It is our last hand of the night.
I should not koi. Ostensibly, I should not koi. Like, logically, I really should not koi here. But I'm gonna.
Okay.
This is why I'm behind in the overall score. Wait, did I already top deck these? No, those are both from my hand. So top deck, September Seed.
All right. I am going to play the Cherry Blossom Seed, or Cherry Blossom Chaff there. And I'm going to pull from the top hand, and it's the Pines Poetry Slip.
Cards have so little for us tonight. I am going to play the Sake Cup onto the board. And judging from the look on your face, I should have gone for the other card in my hand. I'm going to top deck Iris Poetry Slip on the board.
And with that, I'm going to make Glacier regret his every decision with the Chrysanthemum Chaff and take the seeds, not only netting me moon viewing, but also seeds. And with that, this is my last card for the evening.
I should have played. I was so I had the Wisteria seeds in my hand, and I went, oh, Razz has so many seeds. I shouldn't play seeds into my hand. I shouldn't play seeds onto the board. It'll be fine. Yeah, it definitely was fine. That's 20 points for you.
No, it is not. That is 5 points.
5 and 5 is 10 is 20. Isn't it?
Seeds is a single point.
Seeds is one point?
Yes. Seeds is 1 point.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah. So 6 times 2 is 12. So Razz gets a giant 12 points at the end of the night.
And let's see what your top deck would have been.
Oh man, my top deck would have not done anything for me either. Because I have Wisteria.
Actually, incorrect. If this is your last card, you would have put it down, and then you would have top decked this, and then gotten 3 lights.
No. Wisteria, 4 lights with rain.
Oh, that's true.
Or not Wisteria, Willow. 12, 7, 9, 69. Nice.
Ending the night with 169 points for me, which means I've jumped up,
a good ways.
I've jumped up 39 points this evening from our previous scores.
In comparison to my jump of... If I can find it real quick here. In comparison to my jump from 121 to 152, 31. So we kept pretty even.
We kept pretty even all night. I'd say that's probably a little bit of streamer's luck. Also, this is the first time I have been on Glacier's stream.
This is definitely the first time you've been here. You've been on other streams where I featured just kind of like in the back a few times.
I don't believe so.
I guess, yeah. But we also were on LGBT and D together.
But this is your first stream of your personal streaming.
It's true.
That I've been featured on. And also, these folks that know you never watched that. So this is their first time meeting me.
We should promote the LGBT and D VODs more. That was such a fun campaign.
It was a very fun campaign. One that has been ended for quite a long time now. Also, we have some very, very sleepy cats.
Kitty cats.
Well, the library is very sleepy. Magnus is still awake looking outside. But that brings me to 100 and...
Discord.
That brings me to 169 points, which is a pretty great number to end on, if I do say so myself.
Glacier ending with 152 points. For those of you who can't see the screen, we've kept pretty even this evening, and it's been really fun. Now that Glacier's around and we get to be around each other more, this may be, every once in a while, a semi-more common occurrence, especially given some secret things that potentially
things that
may
are
be occurring
off screen.
And with that, this evening, guys, I think we'll bid you adieu.
Yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Remember to pet your pets, drink your water, eat your foods, take
Correct
your
your
medicine, that
posture.
whole spiel. Ooh, correct your posture. That's one I forget. Just generally take care of yourselves. We will see you Friday for more paper cuts, more astounding stories. No spoilers on what we're picking up after astounding stories, but I think you will find it a treat. If my phone would ever decide to show me who's live on Twitch, we could go see who we're rating. But we'll call the VOD there. Have a great